Alright guys, hey, we're back from the range, we're in the shop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through everything you would get with the Aura 33M. We're going to teach you how to break it down, go to the different configurations, and some little helpful points that we've kind of learned by having them in the shop. So you get this carrying case. So inside is your tripod, has a little strap for the case, and this little hidden pocket right here is going to be some good little stuff for you. So inside here we have the spike feet, and we have some tools to disassemble the tripod and tighten down the ball head. So we're going to kind of walk you through the tripod. So first thing to do, you would just flip it over, and it has the multiple different heights, and then you can set it up for the tripod however you want to this way. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the ball head and going from a monopod or to the prone position. So right here on this little leg, you remove the monopod, and then it kind of converts into the video, as you saw, it'll convert into a bipod. So you have a bipod situation here, and then if you want to go the complete prone position that you saw in the video, you just loosen up your bag hook holder down here. That'll come off. Tighten that, and you just loosen off your ball head. Now here in your ball head you have a set screw, so you have two different Allens to loosen that up. So you'll just loosen up this guy here, and then this plate will screw off. So this plate off, you just take your carbon fiber center rod and you just put that to the side. Since we're going to go in a low prone position, we'll screw the monopod back on. There we go. Alright, so for the ball head, the way we're going to do this, we're going to take this center piece here, we're going to feed it underneath, and then this part here will just go and it'll screw right on top. So you just screw them together. So once that's tight, then you're going to use a combination of this bottom tight, and then they're going to go right on top of each other just like that. So now that you're centered up, you're going to take your ball head, screw this on. So now when you do here, you tighten up the rotational knob, and then you just torque it and you're done. So now you can go all the way in the full prone position. And you kind of adjust. And there you go. So you have a prone position, shooting, and you can even go all the way flat, completely out if you needed to. So this is kind of where I was shooting this morning, was in this position as well. Next things we're going to talk about, and if you want to of course go back to the regular tripod, you just unscrew your ball head, loosen up your set screw in the middle, and unscrew, that pops out, and your center piece. So one thing to note, that inside we have an anti-rotational groove here. So this groove, you line it up with a little spot inside, and then there you go. Put your bag hook, screw that back in, and then you take this plate, you put that in, and you tighten this guy down. Once it's down tight, torque that, and you're good to go. One thing to note, guys, that whenever you tighten this position here, just finger tight here. It's locked. It's not going to go anywhere. So you don't need to over tighten this, have damage to your center post. So try to stay away from that. And the last part, so we have this tightened. We're just going to go, and we just screw the ball head back on. So once the ball head's screwed on, you just tighten this right there, and you're done. So now it's back in the configuration. It's in the tripod. You can just extend it as high, as low as you want. So one thing to note, in each pack you get spike feet. So on the spike feet, you just loosen here, and then the spike feet will screw in. There's a hole through them. This hole allows you to just tighten it right now. So now you have a conversion from, rubber and little rubber feet to spike feet. But one thing to note on the rubber feet, they have ridges up or down, so it helps on rocks and different uneven platforms. And then the last thing we're going to discuss, kind of on the assembly and disassembly of everyone, is if you have a gun or different situation where you can't go straight to the ball head, you can go ahead and you can use something like a pig saddle. So also in here you'll have an arca plate, so you can mount to the pig saddle this way, or you can mount the arca plate to your AR via M-locks or whatever the case is. And so I would go with 2 screws, so you go into the 1/4 and on the 3/8, which this will just kind of give you a figure. So now you drop your gun any size in there, tighten it up, and you can go for that way. So this is an accessory we sell, so it's $135, the pig saddle, and then of course retail on our OR33 is $449. And of course, if you're watching this video, just mention the YouTube video and get the word out. We'll give you a 10% discount on this setup. So once again again with Omega Rifles, just showing off our many different capabilities of the OR33. Thank you very much.